A very good afternoon to all. So welcome you once again in the next session. In the previous session, we completed the point, so linear search, and we started the discussion on binary search. So what do you mean by binary search? So we have discussed these points. Okay, binary search is a search technique, so which works efficiently on the sorted list. So hence, in order to search an element in some list, so by using the binary search technique, so first we need to ensure that the whatever the list is provided or whatever the list we are considering, so that list is in the sorted order, right? So if list is not in a sorted order, so is it possible to apply binary search?
No.
Right. So if list is not in a sorted order, now which search we will apply? So if the list is not in order case,
Linear search.
linear search. Very good, very good. Now you understand. Now, so binary search follows which approach?
Divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer. Means how we are dividing the list here?
L and R.
We are using the 3 pointers. So first is the left pointer, after that right pointer. So left pointer indicates left pointer we are considering at which place or at which index? Starting of the list or ending of the list? Left pointer. Starting of the list, right? At the start of the list. So first we are considering the left pointer. After that right pointer, where we are considering?
End of the list.
End of the list, right? After that middle. So how middle is calculated? How middle is calculated? Middle point or middle value?
First plus last divided by 2.
Left plus right or first plus last divided by, or here all these concept is represented in the form of block diagrams. So here one list is given. So let me check first. Yes, example. Now we'll see the examples, right? So let us consider an array. So this is the array. So 1, 5, 7, 8, 13. Is it visible to all? So this array.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, already we discussed the theoretical concept. Now today we'll discuss the example, and after that we'll go for the implementation part. We'll go to implementation part. So let us consider an array 1, 5, 7, 8, 13, 19, 20, 23, and 19. So find the location of the atom 23 in the array. Find the location 23 in the array. Is it present here? Can you give me the answer of this question?
Yes, sir.
By observing this array. So what is the answer? What answer you are expecting here?
8, 7.
The location.
8
Location. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 location. And what is the index or position?
7.
7.
7. Very good. Very good. So in the first step, so what you are doing? So instead of left here, I have considered beginning. So you can consider beginning or end also, right? So beginning is equal to 0, end is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 I have considered, right? 8, right? And is equal to 8. Now after that, so calculate the mid. So what is the value of mid here?
4.
2, right? Now A of mid means A of 4 is equal to what? What is the value of A of 4?
13.
30, right?
13.
So which atom you want to search? 23.
23.
So 3 cases we discussed. So now here. So which 3 cases you need to consider? So these 3 cases are very important. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what we are discussing 23, right? So here, so compare the A of mid with the atom 23. So it is a less than A of mid or greater than
Less than.
of the atom, right? So if it is a less than, means what you are doing? So you are shifting the right pointer to the left of the mid, means here. So left beginning, sorry, left pointer, sorry, not left pointer, you are shifting at which position? Next of the mid, means mid plus 1 you are considering. So beginning is equal to mid plus 1. Now what is the value of beginning here? 5, and end value is 8. To calculate the mid, so the same procedure we are following. So we are comparing it, still it is less. So A of mid is 20 now. So A of 6 means, so here you can consider 20. So here same 20 less than 23. Therefore in the third step, so again we are changing the location of beginning or location of left pointer. Beginning is equal to mid plus 1, 7 end, right? 7 A of mid. Now A of 7 is equal to 23, and here you can see A of 7 is 23. So first condition, so data means atom is equal to A of mid. So this first case is true, means here A of 7 is equal to 23 is equal to atom. So therefore set the location mid, and location of the atom will be 7. So actually here index is there or position is there. So if you consider location, means here you will get 8, right? Or always, so you can consider index, not location. So here I have written location, and here I have to write 8. If you are considering location, or if you are considering, or always you can keep it in your mind, that is the index. Now all of you have understood the binary search, yes or no? Now pictorial representation is given. So this one. So you can see, so these are the list of atoms. So atom to be searched 23. We'll see the actual demonstration or simulation of the binary search also. So after implementation of this algorithm. So 0. So A of mid is equal to 13. So we are doing a comparison of A of mid along with the atom. So if it is less, so we are changing the left pointer or beginning pointers, right? So we are shifting next of the mid, right? Means mid plus 1. So here, the whatever the example we have discussed above, so same example here. So I have represented in the form of block diagrams. And at last, it returns 7 index. Is there any doubt? So related with the theoretical part. So I hope all of you understood. Now, what is the time complexity? So what is the best case time complexity? So always best case time complexity is big O of 1. Now here worst case time complexity is log n. Log n, right? And average case time complexity is log n. Space complexity big O of. So these things you need to remember, right? So at the time of practicals or at the time of your oral exam, so these kind of questions will be asked. So what is the complexity of these algorithms? So you need to mention these complexity. Now, what is the complexity of linear search? Best case complexity, time complexity of linear search. Linear search time complexity काय होती?
n square.
No. So I am talking about best case. Best case complexity of linear search. Big O of 1 होती का big O of n होती?
Big O of 1.
Of 1.
Okay, and what is the worst case complexity?
Big of n.
Big O of
Big
n.
O of n. And what is the average case of time complexity of linear search?
Big O of n plus 1
Bracket
by
plus 1.
1.
N into n plus 1 divided by what?
Oh,
Sorry. Am I not audible? I'm not audible. Hello. N plus 1 divided by 2.
2.
Right. Now here. So what is the best case complexity of binary search?
Big O of 1.
Big O of 1. What is the worst case time complexity of the binary search?
Big O of log n.
Big O of log n. Good. And after that, so what is the time complexity of average case time complexity of binary search?
Big O of log n.
Right. So this time complexity you need to remember. Now we'll move to the next part, that is the implementation of the binary search algorithm. So we have not discussed how to write the logic for this. So first we'll discuss the simple logic. After that we'll move for the next part. So it uses the divide and conquer method. We'll take one user defined function. So at the time of implementation of actual program, so we'll write a whole program from the starting statement onwards. Suppose here I have defined one function, so binary search, right? And how many parameters you require here for the binary search? कोणती information लागेल? So how many information we require? How much?
3.
3 information. So which one?
Array.
Array. Okay. So first we need to consider the array. After that, so here we need to pass the left pointer, right pointer, and so what data you want to insert or which data you want to consider, right? So whatever the data you are considering, or sorry. So first you need to consider the array, right? So array will pass. So in short, I will write A. But again, after that, so 3 inputs we need to provide. So first is the list of element. So list of element will provide with the help of array. So here I have written array A. And how many size of that array? So we'll mention by using the n. So that is depending on you. So what kind of logic you are using at the time of implementation. So you can pass these parameters. And after that, so as usual, what data you want to search, right? So these three parameters will pass through this user defined function binary search. Now inside of this binary search, so once you got the list of array, array of list असेल, right? So that will be considered like this, right? After that size, so whatever the size, so that will be mentioned here. And after that data we are considering, right? So whatever the data, so the data we are considering for searching purpose. Now first you need to assign the left pointer, or you can call beginning also. So here I write left is equal. What is the value of left here? L is equal to what? 0 or n?
0.
0. After that R. What is the value of R here?
N.
N minus 1.
N or n minus 1?
N minus 1.
Very good. R is equal to n minus 1 we need to consider. Very good, very good. So who have given the answer? So please let me know your name. Your good name, madam?
Samani.
Rutuja. Rutuja. Very good. Correct answer. So I think how many of you are attending the session? So I'm getting the response from only few students. From how many students? I think 105 students is attending the session. Out of that, so only 2-3 students is responding. Right. What about others? Other students also, you can also participate, or you can also give the answer. Right. Let it be if it is correct or wrong, but don't hesitate to give the answer. So after that, we'll consider the next mid. Right. So mid is equal to what to write here? Mid is equal to L plus. Can I write like this? L plus R divided by 2. It will work or not? Here
Bracket.
brackets are very important. Otherwise, it will consider R divided by 2. So this little bit things we need to consider when we are writing the program. Right. After that, we'll write a while loop here. So we'll consider a while. So one more thing I want to ask. Suppose, so how to stop the iteration, or how many iterations you will do, or how much time you will search the element, or how to identify the, or how to write a stopping condition for searching the data. What is the value of R? So R is pointing at last. Now L is pointing at start. So here, so we'll write a condition. So L less than or R. So if the value of L is less than R, so then and then the element we are able to search. So if the value of N and value of R is same, or if the value of L equal to value of R, so at that time, so all the elements searching or comparison with all the element is completed. But how to write this stopping condition? So that we will write by using the while loop. So here, so I have written the condition L less than or R. If this condition is true, so then and then we'll go for the dividing the list. Now, how to divide the list? So if, so here I will write if data is equal to A of mid. So if this condition is true, then we are returning the. So everyone is aware with this function return. So for what purpose this return keyword is used? What is meant by this return? Can anyone? Return the value. Return the value of
Need.
Okay, so it returns the value of mean value, right? Very good. Yes. And next, else if. So again, so three cases we need to check here. The first case we have checked data is equal to a of mid. Second case, data is equal to, so we can write data at this side or this side, no problem, at left side or at right side. Data, what to check? What is the next condition or next case?
Less than.
Less than.
Less than. Okay. Now, if this condition is true, then what we are doing? So what we are changing? R is equal to mid minus 1 where R is equal to mid minus 1, and last case else. So no need to write U here. Else L is equal to mid minus or plus here?
Plus.
Plus
Plus.
one.
Plus. So that's it. Now, if out of this, so if this while condition is continuously false, right? Sorry, true, but so inside of these three, not a single condition is true. So at that time, or if we don't get an element, so we'll return a, the element match नसेल झाला तर काय करणार, return -1. So we'll see. So this is the main logic of searching the data element, right? Or this is the main function we need to write. Now with the help of this logic, so we'll try to implement the program, or we'll use a different logic also, no problem.
Sir, why return -1?
Return -1 means, so it will indicates the we don't get any element, right? Suppose here, so we return any value, so mid value. So this return is sending the index, right? So minus means -1 means there is no any element. So we'll see at the time of implementation. So
-1. Sir, instead of -1, can you write 0?
so if you write 0, first element will be considered. The 0 ले लो तर हाँ h index की क्या है? What is the
0.
index of 5?
0.
0.
H index -1 ची index काय असेल? By default काय असेल? Null असेल. So that's why we are sending here -1. So we'll see whole the program at that time. So you will understand. So why we are returning the -1, or what is the purpose of sending, or instead of we can use the flag also, no problem. Or we'll see the same logic, or we'll use the same logic, right? So that you are able to understand. जे return one leader, return -1. पहिल्यांदा आपण काय करणार आहे, लोकेशन. सो बाय डिफॉल्ट लोकेशन वी आर असाइनिंग एज अ -1. सो -1 लोकेशन ला काय आहे का एलिमेंट, नल व्हॅल्यूज आहे, राइट? बट ॲट 0 लोकेशन, सो फर्स्ट व्हॅल्यू इज स्टोर्ड. So here the first value is stored, so we can't send the 0 as a return. Now if we get the -1 as it is, it means that so we have not got element, or we have not found a element in the program. So we'll write a whole program, so by using the turbo C. So how many of you have completed the implementation of linear search? Or how many of you have done the practice? So in the previous session, we have completed the linear search program we have implemented. And this is the experiment number 1. We have completed the experiment number 1, that is the linear search. Now today we will complete the experiment number 2, that is binary search. And in the next session, so we'll discuss the bubble sort, after that insertion sort, sorting algorithms we'll discuss. Now here simultaneously I am completing the theory as well as practical also. So all of you remember. Now you have to do the practice of the same. Is it visible? Screen is visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Binary search. See. Now what to write first? So what is the first statement? I hope everyone is aware with the meaning of include. So what to write first? After that, hash include dot catch. Next, so here, so by domain, ELR, ACR, after that, KCH. So these are the fixed functions we need to use. Right. So before CLR, ACR, we'll declare the variable. After CLR, ACR, we'll write actual code. And here, so we'll define one user defined function. So int, what we have written, binary search, no? Binary search. And here, how many variables we are passing? So first we'll pass the array. So array. So if we are considering array means after second starting value of L. So we'll pass or value of beginning and value of end. And after that, one more. So that is actual data or atom which you want to search. Now, in here we consider the, so what we have considered in our logic. So here we have passed how many number of elements, right? And left and right we are assigning here in the program. So instead of assigning here, so we'll do one thing, and through this parameters we will take. Now first, the what is the compulsory thing when we are searching the element? So list should be in a sorted order. So first we'll enter the list. So int array. In short, I will write ARR. So 10 elements we will consider. So can I write sorted array here directly? So instead of inserting through, so we can insert it by using the keyboard also, but here directly I will consider it with the help of array. If you want to insert, so by using the keyboard, so you need to write a for loop, and after that, with the help of for loop, so you need to enter all the elements. So this is the assignment for you. So you can do the modification in the program, in the this program also, and in the previous program also. So this what I am typing here, is it visible to all? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
78, 96. Already I have a list. So same list I am typing here. So in my notes, this list is there in the example. So same. So I'm using. Now next, so item, comma. So position. So initially, or we'll say location. Let it. So can I use POS? Hmm? Is it understandable? So POS, if I have written
Yes, sir.
POS.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So initially the location, what is the index? Index or location? Here I will use always word that is location or index. Huh? What is the index here? Initially, suppose if you have -1 is the by default index we have assigned, right? So if it remains as it is means, so we have not got the element. So we'll see here clear CLR is here. So here printf. After that, you want to insert the element for searching purpose. So we'll display one message on a screen /n. Enter the data which you want to search. Is it right? Now what to write after that?
Scanf.
Scanf function. %d for the data. So it means the same word here. So we have defined the item instead of the item. So because always we are using this data keyword variables at the time of extension. So at the time programming. also we use-
Ampersand trial.
Here, no? Good. Ampersand data. After that, next TOS is equal to. So directly we'll call this function. Which function? So binary. So data will enter the data, and after that immediately we'll call the function binary search. And how many variables we are passing? So first is the array. Now as an array we are passing ARRI, and after that as a starting location, so we'll pass 0. And now what is the third parameter? We are considering the ending location, or we'll say right pointer. What is the value of right pointer? L we are considering 0. What is the R? 0, 1,
9.
6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, good. After that, so fourth one is the which atom, which data you want to search. So this data will pass. Now these 4 parameters will pass through this binary search, and after that, so this function will be executed, and this function will return some values. So whatever the value is returned by this function, so these values we are storing in the POS. Right. Now after that, so what we are doing? So we are checking. So if POS is POS equal to -1, POS equal to -1, then what will say? Or not equal to -1. तर हे not equal to -1 असेल तर काय असणार?
0.
ओके, नॉट इक्वल टू -1 असेल म्हणजे काय असणार आहे? काहीतरी ऍटम, कुठेतरी ऍटम तो सापडला. Your data we go found, right? So we'll display the message. So data found at POS %d, POS. So we'll display the message like this. Otherwise, so if the value of POS is remain as it is, that is -1. तर -1च राहील, तर value काय असणार? So what will print? So if the POS is not changed, so printf data not found. Data not found. After that, get ch. Right. So this is the main function. This is the main.
Sir, semicolon after printf statement.
Right here. Good.
Semicolon after pause is equal to -1.
Where?
For server integer data pause minus.
Fifth
Here.
line, sir.
Okay. Means you are giving the attention. Very good. Thank you. Now, so main function we have written. Now this binary search. So we'll write the definition of. Now here we have done the declaration of the binary search. So what we have done? Declaration of the function. Declaration of function. Right. Now after that, so this is the user defined function, right? Now we need to write the definition. So here how to write? So outside of the mean binary search, and here we are getting how many variables. So inter array will array. After that, inter here I would consider left L, comma inter
Right.
for the right R, and next what to consider? Inter data can I consider here? Data.
Yes, sir.
These many variables, so we will get. Right. Now is it visible completely? So where we have defined these variables, already we have defined here in this. One more variable, so we need to define here. Mid we have to define here, mid, right? So inter mid we have not defined mid. So we required mid also, right? Now when we will call these function, so when these function will be called, so up to this statement. So when we will execute this statement, so cursor or pointer will jump to which function? So this function, right? इथून पॉइंटर कुठून जंप होणार आहे? ज्यावेळी हे स्टेटमेंट एक्झिक्यूट होईल, POS is equal to binary search, automatically pointer will jump to the this function, right? So by passing the values, first is the array, after that int value of L will be considered as, what is the value of L here? What is the value of L?
0.
0. After that, what is the value of R?
9.
9. And what is the value of data? So whatever the value you will insert here, this value will be considered as a fourth
Data.
parameter, right? As a data. Now we have a responsibility to calculate, or we'll use the same logic. So we need to write the cases. So first, now before going to the so one while loop we have written. So instead of while, so here I will write a leap, right? So we'll use the if loop. Inside if loop again we will use. You can write while or you can write if. If R is less than, we'll write it in a different way. So So R greater than or equal to left. So always we require R greater than or equal to left, or you require this condition. You can write like this. So you can use any logic, N less than R. You can write like this also. So at the time of theory discussion, we have written while L less than R. So, but here I'm writing if condition I'm using here, right? So you can write L less than R, or you can write, so meaning is same. So R greater than or equal to L, right? After that, so if this condition is true, so then what you are doing? If R is greater than L, so then and then you are able to divide the list. Otherwise, if the value of R and if the value of R is less than L, is it possible to divide the list? जर R ची व्हॅल्यू L पेक्षा लहान असेल आणि L ची व्हॅल्यू R पेक्षा पुढे गेली, तर आपण लिस्ट डिवाइड करू शकतो का? Is it possible to divide the list? So what is the value of L here? Here value of L is 0 as per this input. L ची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे? 0 आहे. R ची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे? What is the value of R here?
9.
9. Now if the value of L is increasing more than R value, right? So if the value of L is 10, so is it possible to divide the list?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Or if the value of R L is 9, at that time we will divide, right? But mid will come 9, right? But if the value of L is 10, so logically it will divide, but practically it is not possible, right? So here by using this L plus R divided by 2, so by using this logic, so you are able to divide, but practically it is not allowed, right? So if the value of L is increasing, or if the value of L is greater than R, so at that time we need to stop the dividation of the list, right? So here, now next we'll write. So if the condition is true, so we need to calculate the mid. So how we are calculating the midpoint? How we are calculating the midpoint?
L plus R
Plus R divided by 2.
L plus R divided by
2.
2. Right. So after calculation of the mid, so we'll check the 3 cases. So first case, data is equal to. So what data is equal to A of mid, right? If the condition is true, means what you are retaining? Return what? Means if the data is equal to A of mid, right? So we are retaining only the mid pointer, right? Value of mid, and whatever the value you are returning, so that will be stored in which variable?
Pause.
Right, in the POS. So that will be. And after that, so we are checking if and else. If POS is not equal to -1, so data found at the POS, so POS value we are displaying here. Else, so data, right? It's very simple logic we have written here. Now after that, next, if 3 cases we need to write. Now what is the next case? I'll write here else if. Now what is the next case?
Data is less than A of mid.
Data
Less than.
just a minute. Less than Less than
A of
data,
mid.
A of mid. So all of you give the correct answer now. What should I written here after this? So what you need to do? Again, you need to go for the dividation of the list. Now, if data is less than A of mid, the data less than A of mid असेल तर काय करणार?
R shift.
R you need to shift at which side?
Left.
Left side.
Left side, right?
A
Left of the
of
mid, right? Means
minus 1.
mid minus 1. R is equal to mid minus 1. And after that, again, you need to go for the dividation of the list. Means again, which function you need to call here? Is it possible to return any value? Now, again, I am calling the same function. So binary search, but at that time, so I'm passing the values. So first as a array A, right, comma, here by considering these conditions, so data less than A of mid, so L will remain as it is. Now here what will change? So mid minus 1, comma, data. Right. Now again the same function is get called. Same function is get called. This is called as a recurring functions, right? So again this function is get called. So array will be passed. So left pointer, and after that mid minus 1 and data. So again we are checking. So if this condition is matched, so we'll return directly mid values. Otherwise again we are checking this condition, and again one more condition, third case. So what is the third case? So data is greater than A of mid.
Then A.
So no need to write the condition, directly we'll write else. So here, what is the change here? So return
Plus 1.
binary, same function I will call binary search
Array.
array A, comma, after that here, should I write L or M mid plus 1?
Mid plus 1.
Mid plus 1, comma, here R,
R.
comma, data.
Data.
Data we have written, right? So after that, so here 3 cases we have written. Is there any doubt up to this? Now till, till we have not got the element. So what will happen? So this condition is false. So still we have not got any midpoint, or this condition is not true. Till this condition is not true, and after that immediately this R is greater than or equal to L. So this condition is false. ही condition false झाली. तर त्याचा अर्थ काय असणार आहे? So what is the meaning of this? So we have not got the element. Means we have not got the element means what is the by default value of this POS? Initially we have also -1, right? So here, so we'll write one more condition, or directly we'll write return -1. So if we don't get the any value out of this, or if this condition is continuously false and if loop is false after some time, so this if loop is false, so directly will return -1, right? And if it returns -1 means, so we have not got the element, right? So this is the simple logic we have written. I hope all of you understood. So let me compile the program. So here I'm getting warning as well as an error also. So what is the wrong?
So spelling of return.
Spelling of return somewhere it's wrong.
10.
Now it is correct.
Yes, sir.
Till one error is there.
सर गेटचे वर लागले.
Hmm? This array. So we have not defined array. Now we have 0 errors. Is it right? Now we'll check
Yes.
our program is working or not properly. So this list we are not able to display it on the screen. So all of you have check this list. 16, 19, 20, 23, 45, 56, 78, 90, 96, and 100. Out of that, one element you can give as an input. Right? यापैकी एक element सांगा मला. Execute केल्यानंतर. All of you observe this list.
Yes, sir.
Now enter the data which you want to search.
78. 78.
78. Okay. Now data found at POS position 6. Right. Now, if you want to display this list on a screen, so how to display? Is it possible to display the list on a screen?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So who will help me to write the
सर
code?
पोझिशन 7 येते ना, +1 करावं लागेल.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Position किती येते?
6 येते, 7 आली पाहिजे ना.
It is counting from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is actually counting from the 0. Right. So if you want to display it from the 1 to 7, so that is depending on us. Don't worry and don't think about. If you want to display position, now here we are displaying the index value as a position. Here we are displaying the index value as a position. So if you want to start our index, so I told you the difference between the location and indexing. So here, that's why I have considered position, right? So here the position we are considering as an index value. And always, so when you are writing, so all of you remember, so don't consider the starting, always you need to consider the indexing from 0 to onwards, right? So everywhere. 0 पासूनच consider करायचं आहे. So logically we need to consider the indexing. By default, it is starting from the 0 onwards.
Sir, you said index from location from.
लोकेशन आपण सांगताना 1 पासून सांगतो. म्हणून मी इथं पोझिशन म्हणलंय, लोकेशन नाही. लोकेशन इज डिफरंट. हे इंडेक्सिंग करणार. जर तुम्हाला ऍज अ लोकेशन म्हणून डिस्प्ले करायचं असेल तर करू शकता. पण जनरली प्रत्येक प्रोग्रामिंग मध्ये तुम्ही कोणताही प्रोग्राम घ्या, आपण इंडेक्सिंगच यूज केलेलं आहे. इंडेक्सिंगच डिस्प्ले करतो. ठीक आहे, ऍज अ पोझिशन म्हणून आपण इंडेक्सिंग डिस्प्ले करतो. पण काही ठिकाणी लोकेशन म्हणून सुद्धा इंडेक्सिंग डिस्प्ले केलेलं आहे. त्यामुळे कन्फ्यूज होऊ नका. त्यासाठी एकच लक्षात ठेवा, आता इंडेक्सिंग बाय डिफॉल्ट आपण 0 पासून यूज करणार आहे. 0, 1, 2, 3 हेच लक्षात ठेवा. फॉरगेट अबाउट इट इज स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 1. I said it, but for your information purpose, I said. But always in the data structure program, so if you are writing an array or if you are implementing any program, so by using the array, So at that time, indexing you need to consider only from 0 onwards. Or by default here, indexing is considered from 0 onwards. Array मध्ये इंडेक्सिंग हे 0 पासूनच कन्सिडर केलं जातं, त्यामुळे आपण 0 पासून कन्सिडर करूया. इंडेक्सिंग आपण कन्सिडर करूया. ठीक आहे. आणि डिस्प्ले करतानाही आता इथं आपण म्हटलेलं आहे पीओएस म्हणून ते येत आहे. जर तिथं आपण दुसरं +1 केलं तर ते बरोबर येईल, काय अडचण नाही. ठीक आहे. पण जनरली आपण हे इंडेक्सिंगच डिस्प्ले करत जाऊया. लक्षात आलं सर्वांच्या? हॅलो, यश. Okay. Now suppose I want to display this list on a screen. So how to display? So please help me out to write the program. What to write here? The list of /n. So for what purpose you are using /n?
Next line.
Okay. The list of sorted array is now can I write here for loop? Is equal to 0, 0. So what is the maximum size here? So 0, 1, 2, 3.
9, sir.
9 is correct.
I plus plus.
So when you are doing the increment, when you are writing the increment of it, can I write like this also? असं लिहू शकतो का मी? Is equal to I plus 1.
Yes, sir.
Is it allowed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, suppose I want to increment I by using the 3 values. So I is equal to I plus 3. Is it allowed to increment more than 1?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay, good. So printf %d, comma. Now what should I write here? ARRI O5. Is it right?
Sir, I is less than
Ampersand.
10 na.
I is less than 10. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. We'll check. So
Less than equal to another, sir.
less than or equal to. So we'll check.
Yes, sir.
We have to define the variable
Integer I.
integer I. So how many elements we are getting? 16, 19, 20, 23, 25, 56, and 26. Okay. So here either you need to write 10, either you need to write 10 or either you need to
9.
equal to. Good. Now what is so what do you mean by /t?
Yes.
Side. Horizontal.
One tab space is given. Tab everyone knows. So tab space is given by
Yes,
using
sir.
the /t. Please mute yourself. Now your list of the element is shown. Now you enter the 100.
Sir, you are not audible clear.
Another mic चालू आहे.
So please unmute. Who is the mic? Prashant. I think Prashant Nagni, B61. Please attend the session properly. So seat at proper place. So don't attend for the attendance purpose. So at one side you are watching the TV and at one side you are listening the session. So that will be as per my opinion. So it is not comfortable for you. Not 100% you are able to understand. Now, up to this, is there any doubt? So here we have completed. Now I will enter any other numbers. So 22. So data not found. The list of sorted array is, so is it visible on output screen?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I have entered a paste and after that 16. So that's why we have got the message return. 16. Now data found at the position 0. Now, is there any doubt up to this? So we have completed the next point binary search. So along with the implementation. I will share the program of binary search and linear search on a group. And after that, so today evening or tomorrow, I will share one Google form. So you need to complete the write-up of experiment number 1 and experiment number 2. Right. So few questions I will send. So you need to write the answer of that questions.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, please send that PPT. What you see first time
Yes.
at starting of the lecture.
Okay. So whatever the data related with the unit number 1, so everything I will share with you. So through teaching diary or through our group, right? But after completion of unit number 1. Now, is there any question up to this on a binary search?
Hello, sir.
Yes. Yes,
In
sir.
real life, where we use this program?
You can take the example of your telephone dictionary or telephone diary, or you can take the example of now you are using the Zoom platform, right? So in that I am always checking your roll numbers, or suppose I want to search the Suraj Karande. So I will search with the help of your numbers only.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Now this is the real time example. I am not implementing the algorithm. So this is the real time scenario. The same scenario, suppose you want to search any mobile numbers through the program, right? Or suppose you have lakhs of numbers are there, and out of that, so few numbers you want to search. Now, or take the example of Microsoft Office. So in that control app you are using, for what purpose? To finding some numbers. So by writing that keywords, automatically you are searching. So this kind of algorithm, with the help of concept of this kind of algorithm. So we have developed this control feature, right? So we'll take a break of 2 minutes, and after that, so we'll continue the next point. So meanwhile, so those who have understood the binary search, so write it in the chat box. And those who are not understood, so please unmute yourself and ask the question. Whatever, write in the chat box. If you understood, so you can write yes. Those who are not understood, so you can unmute yourself and ask the question.